Are you saying that he looks like the kind of chicken that would like have an orgasm every time he talks?
Yeah, like if he had a voice, it would just be.
Oh!
And it would be different every time they'd say something.
Okay,
Like
ready?
non-stop.
Yes, in the spring.
Welcome back. Let's begin this debate.
Yeah.
La La Land
Versus The Greatest Showman?
No, not versus The Greatest Showman, because we already know the winner of that.
Mm-hmm.
My argument is that
Am I keeping
Caden
score?
believes that La La Land is a good film,
Mm-hmm.
and I disagree.
That's the argument? Because you're right. If that's your argument, you've won.
Wait, yeah, I can
100%
stand by
right.
that.
Yeah.
My argument is Caden liked it more than Abram. That's how I feel about it.
I can't top that.
Okay,
Me
no.
furiously going
Tell
through
me,
my notes.
tell me why you liked La La Land.
Wait, before you do, what is that thing that you said I showed you? Because I don't even remember what it is now, and there's many a time I want to find it's that notes thing. What is it?
Oh, Edit Pad.
Okay. You just type edit pad?
Yeah, editpad.org. I swear you showed me it, by
I
the
know,
way.
but I like...
while we were making a Smash Bros. Porn tier list forever ago, like, you showed me this website.
Well, I forgot about it. That's why I was
It's
like...
a beautiful thing. Wait, what are you gonna do for it?
I'm keeping score.
Oh, you're keeping score.
Score.
But it scores up to you guys, so if
Oh.
you guys want a lot of score, then you guys can...
Well,
throw
wait,
it
so
up.
we decide the score?
Yeah, you decide your own score.
Well, I get 100 points.
I get 50,000.
I get 100,000.
See how much better this is?
I don't enjoy this.
No, I'm just kidding. Alright, you guys continue.
Okay. I need you to. Okay, why do you like The Greatest Showman? Sorry, not The Greatest Showman.
We got him.
We got it.
Well, I like that...
You lying bastard!
No, La La
I didn't
Land.
like that you son of a bitch. You've
La La
seen it 3 times!
La La Land.
La La Land, I will admit, when I first saw it, it definitely hit me harder than it does now. Like, I was definitely, like, when it lost to Moonlight for Best Picture, I was definitely disappointed. But now, looking back, I can accept that more. So I'm not as into it as I used to be. I still really enjoy it. I think the music's well done. I think directing is phenomenal. I think Damien Chazelle has a really good eye for cinematography. I think Ryan Gosling is really good in the movie. Emma Stone is...
Nay.
Emma Stone. She's not the most versatile of actresses, but she does well. And
Emma Stone does better than Ryan Gosling. I will fight you on that. I will fight you on that. I will fight you on that.
Watch it 20 years in the future. They're going to be, whatever happened to Buhdder Chikken? And they're like, look at this episode.
Like, we didn't agree on how well Ryan Gosling did.
In fucking La La Land.
Fucking La La Land.
But yeah, no, I just love the movie. I think it has a good story. I think it has a good story to it. I think it has some. I think it has a little bit of pacing issues in the middle, which is kind of what kills. Stop it, mother of God.
Okay,
I guess.
are you done?
Yeah, sure.
I'll have to disagree with everything you just said.
I have to disagree with you. Biden is a good president for these reasons.
A red winter wouldn't be that bad.
Winter is not
Because
the worst
after a successful red winter, who's to say we can't have a nice red spring, summer, and fall?
Yeah.
All year.
But it wouldn't
From
just be a
October
red winter
19th
because,
to
for God's sake,
1901.
if it was a Soviet winter, then it would just be a one long-ass winter because there's no fucking spring, summer, or fall
Yeah,
in
not
fucking Russia.
Okay, you guys have to
No.
outline these propositions and then discuss them. You know, like, Ryan
Oh.
Gosling was...
Okay, yeah, let me talk about Ryan Gosling first. I did not enjoy his performance. I actually found it rather bland. I found it rather boring. I found it, like, for someone that is so passionate about jazz in the movie, it's just so bland to watch him just be like, yeah. Like the whole scene where he's like talking about this to Emma Stone, like the jazz thing, and he's like, yeah, and then you see the pianist, and then you see the the trumpet, and It's like, it's incredible. Jazz is incredible. Literally the whole time he's like, that This was incredible. I love jazz so much. It's my favorite thing I've ever seen or done ever. Meanwhile, the piano player's like, it's like,
I don't remember his. It's been so long since I've seen the movie, and I wasn't paying attention because I was exhausted, so I really couldn't say. But I feel like just thinking about the way the movie is, I feel it's just weird to me that he would be in it at all. Like, I feel like it was one of those movies where they should have cast not famous people, just as the leads.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
No,
What do you think?
No, I 100% agree with that.
I think it's hard to say, frankly, because I don't think, like, if I was to look at Ryan Gosling's performance, like his filmography and Emma Stone's filmography, I definitely think there's been way more interesting roles for them. But I don't think La La Land necessarily succeeds off acting.
No,
Like, I think it's
no.
good. I think the acting's good, but I don't think it's a movie that I'm like, you have to see the acting.
Who was nominated for Best Actress that year? Because, like, Emma Stone did win.
It was Meryl Streep for Florence Foster Jenkins.
Oh, but she should have won.
Maybe not over. I didn't like Florence Foster Jenkins. Like,
I know, but Meryl Streep.
Yeah, but Meryl Streep was just. She was okay. I don't know. She was good, but like the movie just wasn't all that interesting. She just didn't have a ton to do. And that was also Ruth Negga was nominated that year. I can't remember anyone else off the top of my head though.
Can I go on to the next point about La La Land, though?
Yes.
No, we're still on this.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, we're still on Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
The music. And let me just kind of say the music slash the just the whole musical aspect of the film. Let me just preface it that way.
Okay.
I did not enjoy anything about it because like it's not to say that they're not well written, because I think that to a certain extent they are well written, like the musical numbers and all that stuff. Coming from a musical theater background and knowing that this movie was trying to replicate 1950s film in terms of like, oh, Singing in the Rain, like these old golden age musical era movies, I felt like it failed on that account because the whole preface, like the whole point of those movies was showing off the actors' abilities to sing and dance in this lovely world and stuff, and they didn't do that. And like, don't even give me that fucking argument of like, oh well, Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, like that's the point, like they're supposed to be, they're living in La La Land, they're living in all this stuff. I'm like, don't bill your movie as a musical and then tell me that it's something else later down the road. Because that's one of the biggest problems I have with the film, is that it feels so conflicted of what it wants to be. It feels like that it's trying to be, you know, this happy-go-lucky musical, and then all of a sudden halfway through the tone shifts. Like, a lot of the issues, quite honestly, that Greatest Showman has is also the same issues that I have with La La Land. I think the pacing is poor. I think the musical numbers are stale. I feel like that there's really no differentiating between musical numbers and like there's no ramp up. Like if you know anything about musical theater, the height of a scene is when the song begins. And there's no height anywhere in any of these moments. The only one that I will give exception to is the audition song, in which Emma Stone goes in there and she's singing the audition song, because that one actually has a ramp up, and it's actually the best song in that movie, in my opinion, because it has such a clear arc. You see the raw emotion there, and it actually feels like, oh, this is actually justified. The other songs in that movie are not justified to be sung. I don't want to get too tangenty or anything like that, but like, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I think you and me just have different perspectives on musicals. because I'm not in musical theater at all, and I don't know any of that. I just know movie musicals. That's really all I know.
Right.
So like we'd be talking about like, I mean, I've seen musicals before, but that is not in my knowledge at all. I can't really argue what you said necessarily. All I can argue is that I feel like if we're talking about ramping up for a musical, I feel like it doesn't need to ramp up necessarily because for the movie's sake, because you're living in the world. The world is there. It starts with that song on the freeway.
Right.
Song on the freeway. And you're there. You're in the world. The musical numbers don't necessarily need to ramp up in that way, because you're there. You're in the world. They're constantly doing stuff. And it's a lot of directing too. There's a lot of stuff like that. I don't know. It's just I think you and me are gonna have different.
Well, no,
because
I mean that's the biggest thing that I have is I'm like, it goes beyond to me directing or cinematography or anything like that, and it really is story structure. Like if you are going to direct a musical, then it needs to have some sort of flow and like ebb and flow with some sort of musical structure. And so when I think of like a musical. Like a famous movie musical, like Singing in the Rain. The height of that scene before he sings Singing in the Rain, he's basically lost his job, but he has the girl of his dreams. He's kissed her goodnight, and he's
Fatness.
I didn't realize he was still alive.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Oh fuck!
He's impotent.
He won't get a hard-on for years.
Making me worry like that. I'd kick your ass if you didn't look like shit.
Ah, nice.
Nice. Stereotypical tough guy. Line.
No, but like, he just kissed her goodnight, and that song ramps up so beautifully, both
Let's go.
cinematically and musical-wise, because he starts off singing softly, and then it grows so much that he dances how he feels, and he's dancing in the street, and then the cop stops him, and then it's back to kind of like a complacent like I'm dancing and singing in the rain. That to me is like a textbook example of how a musical should ebb and flow. Another great example I feel like can also be any Sondheim musical. Specifically, if I can give like an example that you probably are familiar with, is like Sweeney Todd. Because Sweeney Todd, even though the movie is fine, the structure is still there. Because Sondheim knew how to write music that was able to convey where a scene needed to go. And I think that's another biggest thing, is that all the music in the movie doesn't feel like it goes anywhere. They're just singing to sing. In a musical, if you're billing your movie to become a musical, your songs need to drive you. They're storytelling, so they need to drive from point A to point B. They can't just stay complacent. Like City of Stars seems complacent to me. You're just saying the same thing over and over again. That's not interesting or compelling storytelling. Like, no matter how much good directing or cinematography that you may include in that, there's nowhere that you can go story-wise, which is why it suffers so much from pacing issues. The only one, in my opinion, that actually allows it to drive the story forward is the audition song, because she's actually telling a story throughout the entirety of that song. And so it gets from point A to point B, and she's telling the story of how she met this man and broke up with him. And this kind of goes to my final point. I mean, I have many other different points, but I'll try to keep it concise. A small tangenty one is the fact that I feel like that both Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling are severely miscast. Like, again, kind of like what Kyle was saying, I feel like the movie would have benefited a lot more with two unknowns rather than two already famous people. Because I'm like, when the movie is about two unknown people trying to get jobs in said things,
That I definitely feel.
Yeah. Then I actually might care a little bit more. But here's the problem. Growing up in a theatrical world, my whole life, I don't give a shit. I legitimately do not give a shit about people who cannot get a job or people in the professional industry who cannot get a career. Like, look, I'm sorry that both of you are so selfish that you can't put aside your own dreams to make each other work. Because I'm like, you obviously love each other, given, like, the end ballet and shit, like, the end part of the movie. You obviously still love each other, but you're so selfish and conceited to put your differences aside to make the relationship work. They're just assholes, and I don't care. I don't care about the characters.
Isn't that I don't want to get really far off, but isn't that the last 5 years?
Yeah, it's also the last 5 years, too.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one, but from the music I remember being sounded like two people who loved each other, and then they just kind of...
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, but that's to me, like, the biggest thing with the movie, is I'm like, you're both assholes. Like, put your differences aside, stop being so selfish, and just kiss and make up. I'm like, look, I know that, and the thing is, like, I know that the whole point of the movie at the very end is supposed to end, like, on a bittersweet note after being all La La Land and all this shit. But again, I'm like, I just think it's such a poor plot device because I'm like, I don't give a shit. If it was like anybody else, then maybe I would, but I'm like, you're both selfish artists who want your dream to be fulfilled and come true. I don't give a shit. Anyway. Yeah, it's just because I've seen so many of those people that I'm like, I'm done. Yeah, but anyway.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd argue I don't know if I would say that it's selfish necessarily for them to go for what they're doing in the movie necessarily. Like from those two characters in specific. Because I feel like they set it up in a way that like their dreams were separate enough that it wouldn't have really worked. No matter what they did. They both had very different dreams for each other. And that was, I mean, that's the end of the movie, is they choose to go on their way and make their dreams happen instead of love. Like, I don't know. I'm also trying to fight whatever the fuck these are. These look like the freaking things in Justice League. So I'm trying to...
Just copied Metroid Other M.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, Tifa.
I don't know. I can't argue the musical structure because I do agree with you. Like from what you've said. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't heal yourself. You had 1 health point.
Yeah, but
Here's a better debate. Is Seussical better than La La Land?
Yes, it is.
No.
Oh.
No.
And begin.
No, I can't. I can't argue this.
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
I wanted to hear that one. I was like, I'm pretty sure they will disagree on that one.
I can't. I can't. No, I will get frustrated as hell.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
No. I don't know. I think La La Land, we also have to give time for Kyle to tell his story about how God's real. Yeah, that was the second half of this episode.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm ready for Kyle to tell me how God is real.
All I'll say about La La Land is I think you and me.
Well, because here's the thing. Because here's the thing. Well, because that's the thing, dude. Is I know we've had this debate before about musicals. Because I've told you flat out how I feel about. Oh, skip this. We've already seen this shit.
But you might be dead.
Wait.
No, he's impotent. I don't give a shit.
They redid the clips.
Yeah, he has to fight all these fuckers again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, all the way.
He went all the way back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Died.
The linear path of this story is so out of my...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what's
you think I know, man? I've been silent for half this series, and I'm still like, what is Cloud?
Yeah.
What is a Barrett?
No, so I know both of us have talked about this before, and we've debated about this in the past. But like, I see musicals really differently as like a storytelling medium, because a lot of people think musicals are just a giant frivolous thing, when the power of music really portrays a lot more than people would like to believe. And there's a right way and a very wrong way to do and direct and present musicals as storytelling. And I feel like La La Land is just the incorrect way of doing that. Because I've shown you like examples of like musical storytelling that I find brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, La La Land just works as a movie for me, like fully. I understand that maybe the music doesn't necessarily help the story any, but I still think the movie works in a way. Like, the cinematography is still great. I feel like the scenes where they're dancing or they're performing are really well done.
No.
I feel like that. Well, that's the thing, is like that we can't really debate, because that's just enjoyment of something. You know, like, we're all going to enjoy different things. Like, I enjoy watching Cat in the Hat, and some people would rather gouge their eyes out than watch Cat in the Hat.
God, you hate Seuss? You hate Seussical, but you love Cat in the Hat movie? Who the fuck are you,
I
Kaden?
love Cat in the Hat because it's so fucking bad. It's just the most insane, one of the most insane family movies I've ever seen.
I mean, that's...
But either way,
I mean, it's Mike Myers is why I love it. But, you know, to each his own.
oh, he's good. He's so good.
I love Mike Myers, but I love anything with him in it, because he's just the best actor of all time.
Yeah, just
Prove me
genius.
wrong, no one can.
Yeah.
Yeah, love Guru, Cat in the Hat. Can't prove me wrong.
Yeah. Shrek 3.
Can't prove
Shrek the Third.
Yeah, tell me how I haven't seen Shrek yet. How did I manage that?
Are you shitting me? You
No,
still
I've never
haven't?
seen it. Yeah, I've never seen it.
Ah, fuck
It
off.
shocks me. He said it multiple times, but every single time I'm like,
I'm still shocked by it.
There's one time I could have watched... The only one time was I in a place where there was Shrek going on. And it was like, my friend's sister was watching it, and I was like, walked by, right? So I was with my friend, like in 3rd grade.
Right.
That was my only chance. I mean, I guess I could rent it any day, but why would I do that when I could rent Mike Myers' other collection?
Yeah. The Love Guru.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, let's put the argument to bed. Kyle, we have a lovely chicken sitting on the PS4 right now. We have a story to share.
Yeah. No. Okay. So, I was at Lagoon yesterday.
Lagoon is a
Yeah.
Utah amusement park.
Which I am still astounded that they have had. I think they've had like the least deaths of pretty much any amusement. They've had one, and they've been around since what, 1921?
Oh, really?
Yeah. They've had one death ever,
Wow.
and like what, Disney's had like 80.
you're too many.
Something ridiculous.
Just
Well, it's
imagine all
because
the ones
people
they
feel,
haven't
people
told
feel
us.
safe at fucking Disney, so they feel like they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean the worst one is the guy who like jumped onto the monorail.
I know, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he jumped onto the track of the monorail.
Or
He's
the
gonna
guy
die.
that undid his thing during Thunder Mountain, stood up and got decapitated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Not to help a corporation any, but that's not the guy. That's
Yeah.
not on Disney.
Yeah, no, that's not on Disney.
No.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway, so I went to Lagoon yesterday, and with my girlfriend, and we were going, doing the regular thing. And at one part, so basically the way the park is designed, it's kind of weird. There's, getting anywhere in the park, it's about a rectangular shape, and getting anywhere around the park is pretty easy, except for this one trail that takes you up through this, like, kind of town area, and you kind of have to keep going further up the road. Like, I think it's north, basically. Keep going further north up this one path, and it's all the way in the back is this one ride that it's Rattlesnake Rapids, which everyone loves.
Yeah.
I was not doing it. She was not doing it because it was October.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's fucking freezing.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, honestly. Like, I kind of preferred it to blazing hot, especially with my degenerate white skin. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that gets burnt if I'm outside for like a minute and a half. So, I didn't mind it. It wasn't too bad. Like, honestly, one long sleeve shirt and we were fine. But we were not getting wet. You know, that's
right.
cut it short. We're not getting wet. So we went up there because she had never been, and we were exploring everything. And we went all the way up there, and up by the ride is this little teeny fucking shop. And in the shop, we were looking around, and there's this goddamn rooster chicken who's sitting right here.
Yeah.
And I saw it immediately, and I was like, oh my god, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And she was like, this rooster looks like he needs some help. And I was like, yeah, no, I mean, like, basically we were like, this, I don't know who created this.
God.
But, like, I think God did. But this is not the evidence that God is real, by the way. It gets much crazier. But we saw it, and I was like, oh my god, I need to have it. But we were kind of looking around the shop, and I was looking at it, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should buy it. Nah. And right at the last second, I was like, nah, whatever. We left. As soon as we started walking away, I was like, fuck. Should have fucking committed. Should have bought the fucker. God damn it. I was kind of pissed, but I was like, whatever.
Like looking it straight into its eyes and being like, oh god.
I know. His genitals and mine just connected. Like, we knew. And I was just like, fuck. I really wanted to, but I was like, I'm on a date, and I also don't, and I don't want to walk around with the thing all day.
Right.
Right? Like, I was trying to go on the rides, and some of those rides, like, you can't have anything on with you or else it's gone.
Right.
You know? So, I was like, whatever, let's leave it. Maybe I'll come back for it later. And we did leave it, and we left, and in getting out of that place, it takes a second. So we walked all the way out of there, and in my mind, we probably weren't going back up there until later for the chicken. And basically, the day went on, and pretty much like anytime you're at Lagoon, it's one of those things where you get into those lines, those long lines, and you have plans, but you start, like, time starts to escape. Goes by, and we're in this line for pretty much the last thing we were going to be able to do that day. And I was like, fuck, park closes at 10. It was like 9:30. I was like, fuck, if I want this chicken, which I really, at that point, I was like, God, I kind of have to do it. If I want this chicken, we're going to have to book it right after. And I told her this, and she's like, well, we got to get the chicken. And I was like, hell yeah. I was like, what would it be without getting the chicken at the last part of the day? So, and this is Frightmares, by the way, which is Lagoon's, like, Halloween thing. So they have these, like, monsters walking around. Well, people dressed as monsters or whatever. And they're whatever, but my girlfriend's not a big fan of monsters. So for her, she was like, we were trying to avoid them. And we go up. So we get off this ride. It's like 9:40. And we start heading over. So we have to not only cross the park, because we're on the other side of the park, but we have to go up. Oh, sorry, King.
Let's just wait. Let's just hold.
Yeah. So we have to go up this road again, right? We have to go all the way back up. At this point, it's like 9:50. I'm like, fuck, shit. The park closes at 10. Book it all the way up there. And we started going up there, and as we were heading right into the, like, tunnel to go up all the way the path, these two girls come out, and they were like, don't go up there. It's closed. Everything's gone. And I was like, what? And they were like, well, we didn't go. I was like, even by Rattlesnake Rapids, and they were like, well, we weren't up all the way up there. And I was like, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, well, might be open. That shop might be open. We're gonna go get that damn chicken. And she was like, I don't know. We start going up there, and it looked sketchy as hell, man. Like, everything was gone, and just these, like, few lights were up, and there were just, like, random workers, like, everywhere, like, walking around. My girlfriend did not. She was like, I don't know. So I was like, okay, we'll book it up there, and we'll see. So we, like, made it all the way up there. We were, like, the only two people, and I was like, fuck, it's just dark. And we get all the way up there, and then, of course, closed, and I was like, fuck. We went all there for nothing. I'm gonna leave without this damn chicken. I was so sad. I was like, fuck, this is the funniest thing I ever saw. Come back, And it was like, yeah, we were walking back, dark as fuck, and everything was super. We were just like, this is sketchy, man. We just got to get back to like the park. We make it all the way back, and like right as we're heading back, there's like this worker with like this wagon full of something, and we were like, Jesus. Like, I was like, oh god, this sucks. We're just alone, so we're just making it back, and we're like, whatever. We're just gonna make it back safe at this point. Fuck the chicken. And we get back, and we might make it back to the park, and we're like, all right, whatever. We didn't die, but I was still pissed that we didn't get the chicken, so I was like, I'm going home chickenless. Like, it was a good day, but at the end of the day, it would fail. And we were walking through the. There's like a main street, and the only thing that were open at this point were the shops, right? In case people wanted to buy stuff, and I was like these, because there's these 3 big shops right at the front, right? So all these shops that were in the back, like the one we went to, closed, but these 3 were still open, and they had a ton of shit in it. And I was like, maybe, just maybe, if God and the Holy Trinity is real, this chicken will be in one of these shops. Well, and that was the thing too. I didn't know there was 3. I thought there was 2. And I only saw 2. And we went to the first one, and it was like an animal-themed one. So I was like, if it's anywhere, it's going to be in here. We went in, no goddamn chicken. Anywhere. I was like, fuck. And my girlfriend wanted it so bad, she went and asked the workers. She was like, hey, is there this? I was like, we don't need to ask them. I was like, look, I'm a grown person. I don't need the chicken, okay? She's like, is there this chicken? And I'm like, Jesus. Like, I was like, but I mean.
Oh, is it for your kid? No, it's for my fucking
No, it's
boyfriend.
for my fucking grown-ass child of a boyfriend. I was like, look, it's not that big of a deal, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. But I was also like, I mean, I dragged her all the way up to haunted Streetville to get this fucker thing. But anyway, we go into the shop, nowhere. They can't find it. They go look at it. I was like, what the fuck? We go into the other shop, nothing. And I was like, great, we're going home chickenless, but whatever. It was a good day. I was like, everything was perfect except for this chicken. So we start leaving, and then I was like, holy shit, there's this other shop. She's like, well, you can go check in there. And I was like, it's not going to be in there. She's like, I know. We go in, and it was mostly like souvenir things. Like, didn't scream chicken at all.
No.
And she was looking at these pins, and I was like, I don't want a pin, so I walked over, and I walked towards the second aisle, and there's this basket with like 50 of the chickens. I was like, oh my god, I'm buying every chicken. I almost had none. I lost my damn shit. I lost my goddamn shit. I was like, I told her, and I just held them up, and I was like, and she saw it, and she was like, she freaked out. I was like, Jesus, this is real. All of it's real. It's all real. Like, look at it. There's no possible way.
You have to take a picture of that so I can include it in the episode.
It's
I know,
weird
it's a
chicken.
beautiful fucking chicken.
Yeah.
I've never seen a chicken designed like this.
He's got like weird fabric on the inside of his wing. They like went out of their way to pick like every possible different fabric to. What the fuck?
And the
is Big
feather.
Bird
And the,
legs?
yeah, the
And
feather.
the feathers all over it.
I know, and it's just like these ugly, furry. And his head, his eyes are not anywhere near to straightforward or.
No, and Kyle was saying that if this chicken could speak.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If he could vocalize anything, it wouldn't come out as English. It would just be just all sorts of orgasms. You know, he tries best, but it just. Oh God! Oh.
You have to see. Yeah, you have to see the picture.
Yeah. No, of course I'm gonna put the picture up.
Yeah.
I thought the story was going to end with I saw some poor little kid walking out of the park and he had the chicken.
And I just. Well, it was crazy too because when we saw him in the shop, there was 2 of them, and the lady was like, when we asked her, she knew what we were talking about. And she was like, "Oh yeah, there's 1 left if you come back tomorrow." And I'm like, that's like $85 for me to buy a ticket and the chicken.
And the chicken.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh.
hell no.
Yeah.
And then, so we thought there was 1 left in the whole park, and that's when I saw the basket. I was like, oh my god, there's so many of chickens. I want one. So I bought fucking one. I told her, I was like, I might buy all these. I just want to buy all of the chickens, because I almost got none. And then, yeah, it was a perfect day. And I was like, yeah, God's real.
Well,
It's insane.
a perfect ending to a rather like an unproductive episode of Butter Chicken. This chicken is now our mascot.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's a perfect embodiment of a butter chicken.
Do you think
Yeah.
Lagoon will sue us if we just have him in all of our stuff?
I don't know.
No, I mean it's a product of some other company. So I ripped the tag off,
But
so.
but next time on Butter Chicken, hopefully Caden will actually beat the boss.
Yeah.
But until then, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hugs and kisses, holding hands when nights are long. And in the fall.